So okay, so before moving with this Spring MVC, you should be very confident in Spring Code, Spring JDBC, Spring ORM in both ways, either Java based configuration or XML based configuration. For that purpose only I gave you assessment that you need to finish four project with Spring ORM and Spring JDBC with all CRUD operations, right?
Yeah. Sir, can you check my project once? Then I will share that in group.
So let me go with the next, and then at the end I will check that.
Okay,
So
sir.
this is Java Spring ORM practice Java based. Did I explain this as XML based or not? Spring ORM? No, right?
Yes.
Explained.
ORM based. Yes.
XML
Spring
based.
ORM is done. Explain XML based and Java based.
Okay,
Both are done.
that's it.
Spring
Okay,
ORM.
okay, great, good to hear. So this is our practice, Spring ORM practice. I hope this is the only project, right? And before that, let me close your Spring MVC also here itself. This is our main class. This is our student repository, student entity class. A student entity is having only two field, right? A student ID and a student name. For this purpose I said you that you need to include other properties also, such that in service layer you can write the query for it more. So private string std email, private, then string std what, mobile, private string std EDDRESS. Suppose address, if you need to hold, in this case how you are going to add those, that address entity you must have to create over here, and for that you need to perform what, hibernate mapping, one to one, one to many, many to one, and many to many, like that, isn't it? So for one candidate address must have to be same, but same address can have multiple student, isn't it? Means you also stay in Kolkata, Alok sir also stay in Kolkata, Anirban also stay in Kolkata. Means a student is different, but their address can be same or not? Yes, but for the same yeah, address can be same, right? Yes, but for the same student multiple address can have or not? Yes, it can also have. Suppose your means this is the one example, you can make it as a one to many or many to one also. Suppose your office is in Kolkata, you stay in Bangalore. uh, your office is in Kolkata, suppose your office is in Noida, you stay in Kolkata, and your second office is in Lucknow. So you are having three address, right? Kolkata, Lucknow, and where, one to one, or where you can have Noida itself, right? So suppose three used, right? For this you need to generate getter setters, right? Where we have done changes, everywhere we need to change it. Why I gave you this example, such that you can have a good practice on it. Everything is written, only just you need to go, you have to go with the complete from start, following everything same as explained earlier, such that you could have a good understanding of this flow, but you would not have prepared on this. Suman has done, that is good. Okay, now we require getter setters. Okay, then we need required which one, two string in the Spring Boot, this getter setters and this all these constructors we know required to write itself. Only this much is sufficient to have that getter setter. Only we are having one another library that is called a Lombok. If we use that one, we not require these things at all. So all this code got minimized in that Spring Boot also. This much line of code will get minimized with a single annotations. That's it. not with a single iteration. The 3 to 4 iteration you need to use on this one at class level, then accordingly that it will perform, it will work accordingly. Now we are having a student id, a student name, and this student id is but auto generated over here. You can do, you can perform that validations also over here. You can write that column name, along with that you can write what you can column column column, and in this case you can give that column name, which one, name equal to student s, name equal to what, column, wait, at the rate java expert systems. Why it is not taking? And remove this, just need to call this, okay, control x, import, remove this java x, and dot, and that's it. Over here column, and just you give the name. Name equal to, this is for Hibernate. Did I use this Hibernate or not? Let me check transaction API code, context is SpringOrm. Hibernate is already there, right? Why it is not taking? This is transaction API. Okay.
At the rate column. At the rate you do not give that.
What?
Previous, in previous you did not give that at the rate. That's why.
At the rate not given previous.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me check it. Yes, correct. STD name, you can type it over here, or that is very correct, na, name, STD name. Similarly, at the rate column, column, over here you write name equal to what, name equal to std email, and then here at the rate column, and name equal to what, std mobile. Even if you won't use this, still your problem means that Hibernate will prepare the same column, right? At the rate column, but over here giving this one is very good programming practice, stdaddres. Not only this one, we can implement validations over here also. What are those validations? You can put those validations like at the rate not null, or at the rate not empty, validation is not given, at the rate not found, at the rate. For that you need to prepare one validations. If you will come mvn repo, here you need to add one dependency, which is what, validation, spring validation, or spring boot starter, bean validation, spring context, or validations, java x dot validation, take it, bean validation is there. So validation, Jakarta validation, bean validation, Jakarta validation, okay. And this Hibernate validation, Hibernate validator in 3, okay, Hibernate. in Hibernate itself we are having validation. Why it is not picking? At the rate not in T, not null. Non null key. Okay. Okay, now should remove it. Then we are having at the rate size value, we can give that size. So student name at the rate size, column name is this one, comma length. Length property you can give it over here. That length you suppose for name you are giving 30. Length equal to 30. Then at the rate column you have given already at the rate. Why Anirban is calling? Already started now. Hello. Hello.
Can I say I join now?
Yes, yes, you can. So these are the methods, these are the operations which we are going to perform in, we need to perform in this application, isn't it? That is Java based and Spring ORM application, right? This is in interface, so in that service simple also we need to override it or not. Yes, for sure we need to override this. Already one for same method is done. Now just you click on this and click on unimplemented method and double click, all will get implemented over here. Only implementation is given, that's it, nothing is given over here. But this is a service impulse. Over here we are not going to write business logic, because this is service impulse. User service impulse is not a DAO layer, right? Who is responsible to connect with the database? DAO layer is responsible to connect the database, or repository layer is, DAO layer is also called as repository layer, because DAO layer means what? We are creating one class over there, we are annotating that class using @repository annotation, right? When we use that @repository annotation, that means that class is responsible to carry data from this application to up to that database, or that class is responsible to talk with the database, which we need to save it on permanent basis, isn't it? So for that, this is our service impulse. This is only service class. This is not going to talk with the database. Who should talk database with database? @repository or DAO layer. For that we will create one DAO package. Inside that we will write that DAO class. So we are having this DAO package. Let me have that class, DAO class. So DAO, student DAO, student student DAO or repo, STU or repository. Over here instead of entity, just you make it but DAO package, right? Just you finish it out, and once you finish those over there, here you need to repo or repo is repo SITU or a repository annotated. Now your class, this one is what? A repository class. Over here you need to pass what? That because here we are going to perform all those things, so that hibernate template you need to create over here. How we are going to create that hibernate? So from this service, student service will cut this, which one? This one will cut this and will come where? Will come here. Where? In this let me remove this. Will come this in a Spring, not in the main. Where is our repository? Here.
Student.
Yes, and this one, a student repository, you will give this a student repository. That's it, all done. Now all those methods which are available here will define where they where in that mm, so cut this, control X, come to this repository, and you just not only this, just we need to call this method complete, control Z, okay, control C, come to this repository, paste it, then here simply what? Remove this, done. Remove this also, this one also, this one also, this also, and this one also. Remove this, done, right? Now next things what we need to do, we need to have what? A student repository object, we need to create it over here, right? Private student repo repository repository student repo, student repo, that's it. Or repo SITU, or just you prepare this like this, right? Yes, done. Over here you will initialize it, public student service impulse, and over here we'll make a student student repository repo student student repository, and this dot student repository equal to student repository. That's it. Control shift O. That's it. Then why it is giving error? This is a student service simple student repository. That's correct now.
Sir, I
Is
is
it?
small.
Wait,
In
wait, wait,
impulse,
wait.
I is small.
Wait, let me check it out. Return type of this method is missing.
Okay, okay.
This is not a method. Where I is missing?
Inside the student service, IMPL's I is small. Inside your package, inside this method, student service IMPL, that's IMPL.
Public student service simple. Public student service simple. Now here student or eposytory student or eposytory, right? Now this dot student repository equal to student repository. Done. Whether you make it auto wire or not, no matters at all. Auto wired. If you are making it, that is well and good. If you are not making it, still it is good. The value of this field repository not used. Okay, done. We'll use it soon, right? Now
Mhm.
here come to that student repository, and every logic we need to write it over here, which will talk with the database. Getting my point? So save student. So override. Why we need to override? I have not inherited any method, any classes, right? Here. So what is the meaning of override? No override. Remove this. Remove this. This also. Done. 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 Control shift here. Format. And I will need template dot save, right? If you will save, what should it return? It should return, it is returning serialized hyphen template dot save dot what editing serialized. get student by id, right? So hibernate template dot load class name, we need to give it over here. Which class? Student dot class. What is the id? This is the id. Save it, assign it student. If no, we are not going to check it over here, just we are going to check it over here. Here also we are not going to check, simply no, here check required, right? So this, okay, not required check, simply returning save. It won't get, it won't saved. No, previous one was saved. Okay, so instead of giving this, just me remove this, control x, make it over here. That's it. Remove this, save it. Double semicolon we can't give, just to remember this. If we'll give, we will get error. I think this is given by id. Okay, now get all student, get all student. To get all student, we need to write query, right?
Yes, yes.
So query we are writing in case of JDBC. Let us check over here, we need to write or not. Template dot load all. Load all method is not there, right? Load all
Yeah,
is there
yes, yes,
already.
yes.
Yes, already there. student dot class. That's it. Now you assign it all student student, right? All student, instead of writing it, still it is giving that no, all student is, it is already given by this method, and that their type is what list. So here only we can give, and we'll remove this. That's it. Now next we are having which one? Hibernate template. Let me control C, boolean delete student by id. Okay, so hibernate template dot remove or delete. Then to delete object method is there, but before deleting first we must have to load na, right? So hibernate template dot load, then student dot class and student id over here, right? Using this will load, will assign this one with student, and over here we'll check if student not equal to null, means we got a student by a student id from database, right? So it is not null. If it is not null, then we'll return what? True. No, we won't return true. Will, if it is not this one then we'll tell that hibernate template you need to remove, right?
Mm-hmm.
Means in database that is available, right? So delete which one? This is student from database, it will be deleting. And once it will delete, so delete is having no any, and in this case we will return true, right? Otherwise you will return false. See, false. Once we'll get false, we can say that we could not delete a student by given a student id. Now next we are having what? Public student update student by id, right? So how we are going to update a student? That a student update, and here integer a student id, that update what whatever the value you want to update, that things you will have to give it over here, right? So the data, that data from where we are forwarding, we are forwarding from that main method. So over there we need to perform this logic, that student will give as well as a student id we will give. A student id we will give in such a way that a student must have to exist there, right? If that is, suppose we are going to update a student, but that student is not available in database, can we update? No, new student will get inserted in that case, isn't it? So update means only update, don't insert a new. So for that, how the logic will check? Will check first, so for that reason we am passing what? A student as well as a student id. with this id, first I will check in the database is there any student exist or not. If existing, will call that record and will say hold over here, and in that object will ask the user to change what you want to change, right? And then we'll try to update over here, right? So for that reason over here we are having hibernate template dot load what a student dot class, which student with this id, the id which is given by home user. Now I'm checking what control a student 2. So this student 2, if student 2 not equal to null, in that case what will tell tell user that you need to enter what, you need to enter what. So let me remove this, not required here. And here student student student, yes. Now here inside student equal to new student, done. Over here we'll ask user what. So for that scanner object we require, right? A scanner object, let me forward it from that main method. Where is that main method? Why should we go main method? So here we are creating, we should create over here itself. So private scanner scanner is equal to new scanner and system dot in. Is that done? Control shift to import this class, that's it, done. Now this is means what? Now here we'll ask the user what, enter a student new name, correct? And those will, before that let me, so student done, right? System dot out dot println will write over here what, one, enter new name first, second is what, how many value we are having, control V, control V, control,
Name,
how many value we are having,
name,
these,
email,
right?
and mobile for values.
Student repository, student name, then student,
Email,
enter new email, then enter new
mobile,
mobile number, then enter new ADDRESS. Then we'll ask user choose what,
1 to 4.
select your choice, 1 2 3 4 5 also. What is in that 5?
Exit,
We'll ask user what,
exit with comma
exit,
update.
yes. So 1 2 3 4 5 exit, done, right? Once user will give, will check int choice equal to s dot next int, right? We'll give it to switch, switch, which one, this choice. And then we'll have case 1 break, case 2 break, case 3 break, case 4 break, then default what, give message wrong input, please
And one for also
try
F5.
again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Done.
And one also case 5 to exit.
Uh-huh.
One for also case 5 also for exit.
Case 5 also, right? Okay. Case 5, then break. For exit we'll have to write that, na?
Mm-hmm.
So int this is a student. Okay, now int what, n, or boolean, not boolean, but we'll want take int n equal to what, 1, right? And here in 5 we'll make n equal to 0, correct? Once it is 0, what will happen, I'm going to put it inside
Do while.
loop. Do while. Do while what, n similar to 1. Why similarity check? Because it will give boolean resultant output, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now paste this. Done. Now next thing is what, the value which is entered by user. Suppose not change name, right? New name, new email, new mobile number, or instead of new just update, right? Update name, update sorry, update email, update mobile, update address, right? Once user will choose one, here will ask from user what, enter new, enter student new name, right? If a user will enter, where will save it, student dot set name, and then s dot next what line, that's it. Done. If user will use email update, will ask user enter email. Once user will enter, what will do, new email, next line, where set student email. Done, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the third case, update mobile, when user will add a student new mobile number, then here student mobile, mobile, and mobile is integer on, mobile is a string also, right? So mobile here will check. In case of 4, update address, asking user enter new address, a double d r e double s. Done. And student new, a double d r e double s, set address. Done. In case of 5, I am making it 0. When user will choose 5 option, exit, I am not asking anything, I am not asking user to give me any value, only I have assigned n equal to 0. 0 means what, when it will go in the loop, it will found n is not 1, now n is 0, condition false, it will come out. That's it. So this loop is only for updating, means asking user which value you want to update, that's it. Until it will keep running until user will choose exit, isn't it? After that, in your student object, you will have updated value. Getting my point? Yes.
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 So at this moment, I suppose not to put in this the value which we got over here from database. In that only let me update. make it comment and make it a student, and check if a student is not equal to null, right? After that, this while loop, when everything is done over here, now simply will ask hibernate template dot save or update. Is there option save or update? This one, a student done, no any nothing over here. After it done successfully, do is this is the if condition, right? And we are outside a student, so we should come over here outside, and here after coming here just you do this and then update a student, and a student only. If everything is okay, then return a student. Which student? Suppose while updating, if any error will come, directly in console error will get that exception and this line won't get executed. But if it is successful update, then only it will get executed and it will return object. Which object? The object this one. But this object we had a value which we call from database, but later on we have updated those value with newer one, right? That newer one got updated. So this is updated student value, right? Now next thing, we need to get a student by email, for so over here we need to write query, right? That query, so how we are going to write a string get std by email equal to, here select a star from a student where s std id or where std email equal to what? Clear? Hibernate template dot execute native query. Execute query is not there, right?
Yes. Execute only execute.
Custom
Yeah, yeah,
query only
Yeah, yeah,
execute.
yeah. It's our on execute.
This one not required.
Get student via ID.
Okay, wait, practice. Hibernate query language HQL. Hibernate session dot create query, I think we had over there. So
Set
from
query, set query or update query. Update.
okay, query object we need to create, right? Then query dot set parameter we'll have to do, then we'll query dot list and then we'll get it. Okay, so session we got it from the session factory. Now Hibernate template, chat GPT. But this session, from where we'll get this session? Session, okay.
from Hibernate template. You got session, but how?
Hibernate session. Let us check whether it is working or not. Now the same thing will perform over here. Get student, okay, it was correct now. So control C, control V, select a star from student. We required all, right? So we are not going to do this. And session dot query list, session dot list, list all, or get parameter list, get result list. Yes, remove this. While working on Hibernate framework, all these things we have already done, right?
Hmm.
Yes. So query dot result list, simply pass na this one. Why we need to do that much number of
Read well.
list string na? Oh ho, oh ho, oh ho.
There is two return.
Wait. Control Z. So only we are calling, we are not calling all, we need what, get all student mobile number only, right? So select not star std mobile from a student, right? And now its type would be what?
Set
So
list.
a string, make it a string, but it will it will result what, a student. Okay, okay, done, right? Now we'll do this, what, we'll remove it. That's it, done. All done. Remove this, not required. Remove this also, not required. Remove this also, not required. Remove this, call it over here. Done, done. This also done. Now make one space over here. Done. Somewhere we are getting error.
Set
Why,
address.
why it is so?
STD address. Cannot be resolved a variable.
Why it is so?
Enter new address. Okay, it will be s dot next line.
Here.
Mm-hmm. It's a scanner, na. We are uh, giving a new address. So
You are too smart, huh?
no.
No, means you are catching good. You are catching faster, right? That that only that your observation is very quick. It means that you are doing practice at your free time, isn't it? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
You are doing a practice a lot, right? At your end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason that you are catching it very quick. So my our DAO class is ready. Now we need to call it where? In our service simple. That's it. Here, using this student repository dot, we call it over here, na, while saving the student
Mm-hmm.
dot, this one dot save a student, pass this student. That's it. Now get a student by id, just you paste this and get a student by, not by email, get a student by
ID.
id, just you pass this id. That's it. So see how simple it became, right? Service. Now
Mm-hmm.
get all student, this get all student, done. Now get a student, delete a student by id, will call delete a student by id, will give this id, done. It will be returning boolean, right? Now a student update by id dot update by id give. That's it. Get a student by email, just you call it get a student, get a student by email, done. Now a student mobile number, so get over here, get a
Mobile.
student mobile number. That's it, done. Is it easy or not?
Yeah.
Done. So our DAO prepared, our why it is showing DAO here. So in this case, right click and refresh, it will arrange your package. Why it is telling paste? So just you right click, refresh, done. It will arrange DAO. Now we are having DAO, entity, service, service simple, and configuration. Chandan dot DAO, Chandan dot service, Chandan dot Chandan dot DAO config. Let us make it Chandan dot config. Leave it as it is. Now this is our main method.
Mm-hmm.
From here we need to call all those method as we made over there, na, what,
In that update.
No, DAO package in update we made na. Similarly you need to make it over here. What Doge switch case, and you need to ask from user what you want to do, whether you want to save a student, get a student, or update a student, delete a student, get a student by email, get a student by ID, get all, get a student all, get all a student mobile number, what you want to do. So over here you need to ask the same thing, you need to perform over here. But how you are going to do this? So all these methods which are available over here, just you need to copy, come to your main class